I can be a fan of whatever team I want to be a fan on. I've never switched sides. I've been a Celtics fan, a Cowboys fan since you've known me. My whole life. Have I rooted for other teams? Yes, I have. I've rooted for Golden State Warriors.
Apparel. I've seen you wearing Golden State apparel at the bar, going for Golden State. Oh man, this guy. He starts this argument and leaves. I see the tactic right now. That's 3 times. I can't with this guy. Tony
He's not even doing anything.
Bar.
He's just hunched over there in the corner.
I've seen Tony go to a bar wearing Golden State hat, rocking the colors. We're in the place watching a Golden State game.
I'll pull it out, boys.
Look at him. Look at him.
I'll pull it out. But nah, nonetheless. Yo, y'all see the blue on me. You see the colors on me. The big boys is back. Catching dubs. Don't roll your fucking eyes. You peasant, you Giants fan. It's okay. You could be a bandwagoner, though. Come join us. Come join the real team. Come join America.
I'm loving this intro.
Oh, it's a great intro. Because is it a bad thing to be a bandwagoner? Is it?
I don't know. You tell me, Tony.
I think is the middle ground. It could be a
'Cause
bad.
I think you're a bandwagon.
Me? Never been one in my life. Never been one. I've made money with
I think
teams.
you're only a Cowboys fan because they were like an incredible team in the 80s and 90s. You're not even from Texas.
I don't need to be from Texas.
Yeah, you do.
My
Anybody
family.
who's rooting for teams that ain't from their city,
That's a lie.
go look yourself in the mirror. Take a really big, deep look. Look deep. Look
live in
inward
Orlando. Why
and
are
ask
you a
yourself,
Giants
what the
fan?
fuck?
You live
I'm
in
not
Orlando.
from Orlando. I'm not from
It doesn't
Orlando.
matter. That's where you live. You've lived there more than 5 years.
No.
You need to start
I'm talking
rooting
about
for
where
the
you're
team you
from.
live at.
I'm talking about What
Fuck outta
arbitrary
here.
shit is that?
Fuck
5
outta
years?
here.
I disagree
fuck?
with both of you. I don't
give a
think you
shit.
have to live somewhere to be a fan of a team. I don't think you have to be born somewhere. I don't get it. I don't get that shit.
That's the one time and only time I'm agreeing with Doe. You don't have to be born in a spot to be a fan of that team. But if you pick a team, you ride that team to the end. You don't fucking change up and switch up.
I know.
That's all I'm
Golden State
saying.
Warriors fan.
Who?
You will agree with me again.
No, that's gonna be the last time.
Dang.
You will.
That's a force.
Nah, I just think that shit is corny. It's like you got people that ain't never been. Where the fuck where the fuck is Green Bay? I don't even know what state that's in. The fuck, they're Packers fans. Get the fuck out of here.
That was my first favorite football scene.
Because they beat the Cowboys. Because a bunch of there's bandwagon fans and then there's the haters of the bandwagon.
I never even knew this. You was a Packers fan?
No, I used to play NFL Blitz, and I used to like the Green Bay logo. I thought that was really cool. I thought aesthetically it looked nice. And for some reason, I was like, who's this Favare guy that I'm always playing as? Favare. I'm like, who is this guy? So I would play with him a lot. My second favorite team, the Bronco Chargers, the Denver Broncos shit. I used to play with them a lot. I used to pick them. I don't know why. I think I just look like the Bronco, the team logo.
Yeah,
See,
I think when you're young and dumb, you have all type of arbitrary reasons why you like things. I just think it's strange that it's a guy who's lived his entire life in New York City is rooting for the fucking Oakland Raiders. Like, you're an Oakland Raiders fan? Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. It's never been, maybe for me growing up in New York City and everything is so tribal that everybody has like their strong allegiances to random shit, that I've always just viewed sports and all types of things as like to be a fan of like a franchise or something, you got to have some type of like connection to that thing, I guess. As small a connection as possible, but not as small as Tony's. I don't buy my mom's from Boston, so I'm a Celtics fan, and I got family from Texas. Get the fuck out of here. You like the Cowboys because they were good in the 90s. That's what it was. That's a bandwagon fan through and through. And I'm sorry Tony's not here to defend himself, but It just
See,
is what it is.
my family was, my family growing up, we spent a lot of time in Wisconsin and Illinois. So like Bears, Packers, that was always like all the football talk in the family. Because, in Texas, like my family doesn't care that much. I got some uncles that are like really big into the Cowboys because, the Texas connection. But otherwise, it was mostly Packers and Bears talk. So those are the teams that I would tended to go for. I don't think I've got a football team anymore.
I've never been a big football fan. Much. Me neither, but I still go for the Giants. That's always been my team. I'll say this. I'll give people a pass for... You could like a team for random reasons. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you could be a fan. Like, I don't know. You have to have a team. And I think that team you have to have a connection to. I think beyond that, like when I was a kid, I used to like the Montreal Expos, which is a team that doesn't exist anymore. I wouldn't root for them over the Yankees ever, but Pedro Martinez pitched for them. I was a young Dominican kid. I looked up to this guy. I was like, all right, I want them to be successful. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. But I would never root for them over the Yankees. That was my team. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, things like that. I don't understand the whole like, how you gonna be a fan of the fucking like. You can't be a New York Knicks fan and a fan of the of the Atlanta Hawks, right? Like with Trae Young and them. Like you can't be a fan of both of those teams. That don't make no kind of sense.
What if you choose a team out of spite? For example,
I hate those people the most. This is my biggest hate.
I hate the Astros because they're all anyone talks about in fucking Texas. Fucking hate the Astros. So I'm a Yankees fan.
Oh my God, I hate you. I know there's people in New York City like that. They grow up in New York. They hate the New York teams because everybody's rooting for New York. So then they'll be a fucking Boston Red Sox fan. I'm like, how the fuck are you a Red Sox fan? How are you a Red Sox fan?
Which, as a rebuttal to you, I've got to say, hate. All right,
I'll join the hate chant. But I can't fuck with you. Like, you live in New York City, you go for the Patriots. It's just strange. It's crazy to me.
Yo, I feel like people have such a high... I know people that are like super high IQ people. As soon as they get into football mode, they're like brain dead. I'm like, what is this? Like, why do you care so much about this? This is fucking bullshit. So for me, I don't know. I never understood maybe the tribalism aspect of it. I never understood it. The rituals people did, all the shit that people do to prepare for football. I even think tailgating is a little bit weird.
I mean, tailgating's rad, though, because you're just eating meat in a parking lot and drinking beers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a fan of that.
I think all of that stuff... It's just fun. I think that's the biggest draw, is that people are just trying to enjoy themselves. The tribal aspect, I don't fully disagree. I don't disagree with what you're saying logically, but I'm with you. When I used to cry when the New York Knicks lost as a kid. I don't know what got me so attached to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like when, me and my brothers, we had this huge thing. We were watching like the World Baseball Classic. When Dominican Republic lost, we were bummed out, yo. That night was a shit night. We were hyped watching the game, and then when they lost, everybody got sad. Like, everybody was drinking in depression for the rest of the night. It's like, how's a grown man with children and problems and bills care about these people and these athletes? It's a weird thing. I've
never experienced that.
Definitely have. It is.
Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you have.
I'm kind of.
A music artist dies. I've seen you depressed over some random artist that got nothing to do with you.
Okay, but that's not sports related. I'm talking about for sports.
It's the same thing. It's like you got an emotional attachment to this thing that has nothing to do with you. And there's no reason for you to have that emotional attachment. And something about that person being successful or like succeeding or failing or passing away that has some impact on you. I think it comes from the same place, I think. But
there's some interesting stuff in sports fans though in general. Like how does Tony refer to this Cowboys game on Monday? He's like, "Oh, we're gonna beat them." It's we. That shit's always been interesting to me. Like the personalization, like the personal feelings you get from sports. Me personally, I don't watch a lot of sports. When I watch sports, though, I kind of like underdogs. I'm an underdog kind of person, which is funny because I'm a Yankees fan. But I don't even know if I would call myself a fan. I like their logo. I like the way they tend to play. They're fun to watch. But I don't know that I would call myself a fan. I don't go out of my way to watch games or anything. But I do like an underdog in like a sports game. If Buddy's going for a team, I'll bet against him. I'll bet for the other team. I like the underdog to get a chance to win. I like some drama in my sports.
Yeah, and like I said, there ain't nothing wrong with rooting for a team. Like the Knicks ain't fucking winning a championship until fucking the owner passes away and someone else takes over, and maybe they do things differently. Till then, I'm still gonna watch the playoffs. I'm still gonna pick teams that have players I like and things like that I'll root for or whatever. I'll never call myself a fan of these teams though. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just feels like I'm betraying something in my heart, you know? It don't feel right.
You know, the most fun that I've ever had watching sports is when I was in like fantasy football like leagues or fantasy baseball leagues and things like that. Because then I actually give a shit. Because like I said, I don't really have I'm not really a fan of any team in particular. This gives me a reason to watch the game. I'm going for, you know, the wide receiver. I need him to make, you know, 3 touchdowns and get 200 yards or something. Like, gives me something to care about with the game. Otherwise, I just watch for fun.
I did the fantasy football thing like for a year, like maybe 2 seasons or so when I was in college. Mm-hmm. Again, not a big football fan. So picking the teams wasn't the most exciting part. But yeah, it definitely made watching the games more enjoyable. Knowing, like I got this people on my fantasy team, these other people on my fantasy team, it just makes the games more interesting. And it gets you watching teams that you never even watch. You know what I'm saying?
We should do a weird fantasy league. We should do like a hockey fantasy league or something.
That'll be fucking lit. I need to get into a new sport.
I don't know the shit. I don't know a thing about hockey.
A golf fantasy league?
Oh my God.
No way.
That would suck.
We'd have to watch golf.
A NASCAR fantasy league. That would
I think
suck.
that's a thing. I
We
think
should
there's
do
a
suck.
A Formula One fantasy league. That's what we need to do.
I don't think anybody really enjoys themselves when they're watching that stuff. It's not
I enjoy myself. I like watching the F1.
Everyone's just watching. Everyone's just watching for the.
I don't know what this new thing that Pucho is all about. Pucho's all about. Don't tell me what I feel, but he tell everybody I don't think you're like it. Like he almost knows it for sure. It's like,
he's got a point though. He's got a point though. People watch car racing for the crashes. That's all you're waiting for. You're just waiting to see some crazy shit happen.
Nah, the crazy shit is when you overturn somebody on a tight turn. That's insane. I don't know. Just because you don't watch the sport, that's probably why.
I like rally racing, but low key, I'm waiting for them to crash.
Yeah, I've watched a ton of NASCAR. It sucks.
I can't.
I mean, the NASCAR road races are kind of cool, right? Like the ones where they're actually like doing like turns and shit.
Sure, I've never even watched that. I've watched. Growing up, I had a friend that used to hang out with him all the time. He had a stepdad that would only watch NASCAR, and it sucked. We'd want to play Vice City or different games. He'll take over the living room TV and put NASCAR on, and we would be in there talking shit, just trying to enjoy our time watching these cars just going in a fucking circle. It's trash. I don't really believe that anybody is actually enjoying the thing, staring at the thing. I think that thing comes with other stuff that's enjoyable, like having drinks, tailgating, being with friends, rooting for a particular person, and if they win or getting close to first place, like that's an exciting moment. But I don't think that the thing is fun. I don't see that.
I mean, y'all not gonna talk down on my Dale Earnhardt Jr. Y'all not gonna talk down on my Jeff Gordon.
People watch weird stuff though, man. You ever see like those like the ping pong league championships? The stands are packed. People are there in person watching people play ping pong.
Ping pong is quite crazy though. These guys are hitting them shits full speeds and fuck that shit. That shit's entertaining.
Let's be for real. Was your friend's stepdad just a tad bit racist?
Nah, he was a black man, dude. It was bizarre. It was the weirdest thing. He's a southern guy, so I think I think he came from some culture where there were NASCAR people, but it was strange. I was like unexpected.
You think the KKK gifted him gifts in the Christmas?
I didn't
What
get
is
that
this?
vibe. I didn't get that
Sir,
vibe. But
there's
it's a
some
deep cut.
accusations.
No. There's this guy who was saying the KKK aren't racist, and he said, "Nah, the KKK used to give us Christmas presents, and that's why we, you know what
Shit
I mean."
probably was made of lead, pure lead.
It's a deep cut. It's a deep cut. But
to
no,
go
he wasn't
back,
a tad bit racist.
to go back to you, Pucho, I could be a fan of whatever team I want to be a fan on. I've never switched sides. I've been a Celtics fan, a Cowboys fan since you've known me my whole life. Have I rooted for other teams? Yes, I have. I've rooted
seen
for
you
Golden State
wearing
Warriors.
apparel. I've seen you wearing Golden State apparel at the bar, going for Golden State. Oh man, this guy, he starts his argument and leaves. I see the tactic already. That's 3 times. I can't with this guy. Tony
He's not
would
even
go
doing
to a
anything. He's
bar.
just hunched over there in the corner.
I've seen Tony go to a bar wearing Golden State hat, rocking the colors. We're in the place watching a Golden State game.
I'll pull it out,
Look at
boys.
him. Look at him.
I'll pull it out.
This shit is
explain something
crazy to me.
Let me explain
This
something
shit
to
is
you.
crazy to me. He's a Boston Celtics fan. He's
I'm a
Boston
Steph
Celtics
Curry
fan who
and
got a
Klay
Golden,
Thompson fan.
who's got a Golden State Warriors
Feel me?
hat. And
Doey-
he's wearing a Cowboys jersey. I can't figure you out.
Listen, let me explain something.
As our master of fashion here on the One Up podcast, what are your thoughts on Tony mixing sports like that in his ensemble?
I think it is only as equally as atrocious as when T.I. went into the club in full football attire, including the shoulder pads.
Some would say your mix-up right now, what you're wearing, is very terrible. Jesus would say this. You're missing Lacoste with Polo. How are you mixing brands like that? People would say that, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just simply saying I rooted for this team because I was making money. I'm also a Klay Thompson and Steph Curry fan. I love the way this man shoots the ball. This man has surpassed Ray Allen, one of my favorite players, who also played for the Celtics. Just saying. Just me buying, hey, and this hat looks fantastic, by the way. The blue is nice. It goes well with some shoes I have. But I'm just saying, just because I'm a fan of a player and I do like this team doesn't mean I'm not a fucking Celtics fanboy or a Cowboys fanboy. You can like other teams, but it's about who you're rooting for. Who's your main team? This is my main team.
I never said you can't be. It just feels weird.
It's not. It's okay. You rooted for fucking. I could have sworn I seen you rooted for the Miami Heat at one point, sometime probably. I don't know. I could have sworn I seen you say, "Yeah, Wade or LeBron James" when he came down here. I could have seen you say
in my life. Oh man, my roommate was a big Miami Heat fan in college, so I did watch like every Miami Heat game. But no, I've never been invested in the Miami Heat, and not interested at all.
I don't know. I'm a fan. Everybody who knows me knows I rooted for the Cowboys and the Celtics my whole life. And then in baseball, I'll just go with the Red Sox because my uncles and them, they watch baseball and they're from Boston and they like them. But they made bad decisions. They like the fucking Patriots, fucking bums. But either way, can't blame them. Just like Pucho, if you lived in New York but you like Tampa Bay Buccaneers and you're from New York, fuck it. I'm not gonna talk shit about it. That's your team in the beginning and you've never changed. That's your team. I can hold you to it. But the moment you go back to be like, oh, I'm fucking Bucks, I'm a fucking Eagles fan, I'll be like, yo, A, you picked a shitty ass team, the fucking Eagles. B,
Look at that De Niro
you're a
face.
bandwagon.
Tony,
What's
you
up?
know that I'm always going to be on your team.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I'm always going to be on the One Up team. So remember to subscribe, like, look us up anywhere you look us up. Remember, we're shiny new time. All right. I remember when you're eating your lunch, when you're taking your afternoon shit, you could possibly be watching our podcast at that time now.
Yep. Tuesday through Saturday, every single day, 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. sharp.
Yeah.
We got some shorts and other things that get peppered around, some in the morning, some in the afternoon. But our main content is at 12 p.m.
Yeah.
Tuesday through Saturday.
Oh, shout out to the
Guy
veterans.
has like 18 Cowboys hats? What the fuck?
Got the switch, boys. This is the veterans one. I got to get the new one of this season, though. That shit looks fire. But no, yeah. I've always been a fan of this team, man.
The new one is it's got their new logo on it, right? The tweaks that they made. It's got like it's like a dumpster that's on fire.
No. It's got the new. It's like a pattern. It's pretty dope. I'll buy it and I'll put it on the next podcast. It's got nothing with a dumpster though.
I just feel like unless there's a reason to have an emotional attachment to a team, then you shouldn't root for that team. It just feels weird. I don't know.
What do you mean? My whole family, well, Mexican side, are all Cowboys fans.
Oh yeah, I hate to admit it, but that actually does go a bit better with that shirt.
He was subconsciously like, "Fuck, Tony's right about that." Let me switch it up.
It's an alligator, not a crocodile.
I never said I said Lacoste. I never said crocodile.
This is a long-standing debate on this podcast.
You can hit the rewind on this.
It went over your head.
Nah, I'm a fan.
I don't remember this long-standing debate.
That's not.
Anytime I wear anything for Lacoste, we're like, oh, so is it a crocodile? Is it an alligator? I finally figured it out. It's an alligator. And it's a product by Izod. Did not know Lacoste was owned by Izod. Pretty cool.
Huh.
That's funny. Here's a fucking ridiculous story. One time, this guy was wearing an Izod polo shirt. I say a polo shirt, like a collared shirt, to show you how ridiculous people are about things. And they, we're all out or whatever. This is my brother's story actually. They were all out. They went to like this club. The guy had on the Izod shirt, and for some reason, all these crazy Dominicans started chanting, Izod tu no ta, basically saying you ain't it with this Izod shirt. A whole chant over this guy's shirt. Yeah, so don't be rocking the Izod shirt to the club. People bully you for it.
It's a classic, bro. I didn't even know that it was like a classic. Lacoste was called Izod before. Like some OG was like, yo, that's a tight Izod shirt. And I'm like, nigga, this is Lacoste. He's like, nah, youngin. You don't
put
know.
You on game.
Yeah,
Damn.
He's like, they used to be owned by Izod. I was like, wow.
That's crazy.
So do wear your Izod in the club. Just make sure it's Lacoste Izod and you're not gonna get made fun of.
Be careful
Make
with
sure
that
it's
logo you rocking.
This alligator, all right?
I like the dead empty space there.
I don't think that's good.
I thought Tony was jumping in there. I thought Tony was getting us out of this.
I've been trying to get out of here. I've been trying to get the fuck out of here. This is crazy.
I can tell how many times you walked away now.
Fuck you. Doughboys walked way more than me, bitch.
Doughboy, yeah, both of y'all has hit a number of walkaways.
I walked away once from my son. That's it.
Y'all know what? The energy's off. We better restart this recording.
Yeah. Also, friend of the pod. My exterminator just came in and he's like, I didn't want to bother you. You were there with doing your thing. And he's like, but I saw you doing your thing. I was like, all right, thanks.
Nice.
Yo, he's exterminator.
Yeah.
My exterminator won't come over, bro. It's pissing me off. Called this guy like 50 times.
Time to get a new exterminator.
Exactly where me and my wife are at. This guy, we're like, yo, you coming through? Yeah. When? No response. Yo, no response. It's like, no, man.
They get
these people be begging. They don't even care about making money. It don't make no kind of sense.
They get the Tony of exterminators. They can, I respond at my given time. Yeah, I'll give you the answer. That's beast. Fuck you for agreeing with that shit, bitch. Over there agreeing with that shit. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you stuck around this long through the show, through the episode, should I say, thank you. We appreciate you. We change up the game for you. We're always willing to listen and learn.
Are we missing a topic?
No.
Damn, where you been at this whole episode?
He been walking away a lot.
That's a problem. You're a walker, my boy.
We were trying to figure out what to do with Sunday and Monday. We're going to add in a fifth topic now.
How many times
I kind of did. We were talking about GTA leaks. Y'all went into a whole Battlefield rant.
You went into don't stop it. I think you started the Battlefield rant.
I think Doey started it.
I would agree.
He was complaining about Tony not playing Battlefield.
Oh, yes, he did. But anyways, this is a long outro.
Don't worry, Pucho will edit this out.
No.
I'm not editing shit out. Actually, friend of the pod, Felix thought I was bugging when I didn't edit out Tony's power outage. I just let that shit hang out.
Let that shit ride. Fuck. Felix can't command any of this shit.
He didn't try to command it.
No, I'm just talking shit. Shout out to Felix for watching, giving out his his detailed information. Anyways, thank you. And always go one up yourself. Go Cowboys.
Peace. Felix is at the Roll Words podcast, by the way. He's got his own show now. Just check him out.
We'll edit that part out. Thinking that's me.